Hey guys, it's Mark. Welcome to my channel, Mark Speaks. Welcome back. I know it's been a long time. I did my intro on Scorp Tarot, so hopefully you guys watched that. Probably you did. If you're here on Mark Speaks, to know that I'm back. Like I said, I'm back. Kind of doing things in a different way. So back on March Speeds. Not doing so much tarot on this particular channel. That's more so for Scorp Tarot. And I will be starting that back also, but not as often as I was posting videos in the past. But hey, y'all. Welcome back. I'm so happy to be back with my tribe, with people who compliment you. It's, let me say it this way: there's nothing like being around people that appreciate your energy and compliment your energy, and where there's a equal exchange of energy, opposed to being around people that, when you start talking things they really don't know. They don't have life experiences. They aren't spiritual. No, here at Mark Speaks, we are spiritual. I believe in being living well, living a peaceful life, a productive life, and prosperous life too. So if that's something that you're interested in, then you'll love my channel. So what I'm going to be doing is, on this particular channel, I want to talk about issues that are going on in our world today. As we know, coming out of the whole pandemic, that we've been in, the world has been in for the last 12 months, or really over that, probably 15 months or so. What I took away from that experience is, it is very important for each of us to cultivate, enjoy our lives. I think the world is moving into a space where, not that um, everybody has to be autonomous, but there's a higher level of responsibility for your own life now. And I love that energy. I love that. I think that it's important to not be so codependent on other people, but to manifest a life that you enjoy at your home with your family. Or if you're single like me, my children are adults now, and it's just me and my home right now, cultivating a life, a personal life that I enjoy, just with things that I like to do. And being a younger uh, woman with adult children now, it leaves me, because I'm in my mid 40s, but like I said, my children are adults. So that kind of puts me in a position where, I'm young enough to kind of still be really active and do the things that I like to do. But also, I have older children. So, and I have the experience of having raised them, and being fortunate enough to give them the space, and the freedom to live their lives and create the sort of lives that they want to live. I've got a lot of experience, y'all. I really do. But what I want to talk about is the importance of creating a life, manifesting the sort of life you can be proud of. That's what I want to say, because you can't expect, nobody should be able to expect someone else to make them happy. Now, yes, we get into relationships when we, are in committed relationships, or when we get married, your partner, you come together with that person to build a union collectively. Yes, there are expectations and responsibilities that go along with that, but nobody really wants to have like codependent relationships. Or healthy people, I'll say it that way, don't really want to have codependent relationships. You want your person to want you, not need you. You don't want, I mean, who wants to be there? I don't think healthy people want people to need them. Now, I'm speaking outside of children and elderly. Now, those are the people that may need you because they can't physically take care of themselves. But as far as in a healthy relationship, no, you don't want anybody that is, dependent on you. No, you want somebody that will choose you because, they love you. You bring complementary energy to the table where they can give to you, you can give to them, and there's a level of reciprocity in there. So that's what I want to talk about. Like, that's what this last year and a half, those are some of the lessons that I've learned from this last year and a half. And I've always been the type of person who I really have been particular about energy in my home. And living in a sort of place, I'm so thankful that I'm finally in the sort of place that I really enjoy at this stage of my life. So and like I said, nobody's perfect, nothing is ever at 100%, but if you can get 95, if you can get 90%, that's still an A. So that's the kind of energy I'm speaking of. So some of the lessons I've learned during this last year and a half are: one, it's important to cultivate an environment in your personal life, in your home, of peace, tranquility, rejuvenation, and for me, beauty. That's important to me, that Venus type energy. The second thing that I've learned in the last year and a half, in the world that we live in currently, is health. Yeah, health. Me, like so many other people I've seen online, going through this social distancing and being limited as far as not being as active. I'll just put it that way. A lot of us have put on extra weight, and I have also. But eating healthy foods, drinking that water, and actually the importance of exercise. That's something that I've also really learned and been able to see, like, when the physical activity is limited. Like, I mean, I wasn't doing anything much different as far as eating than I had already done, and I eat very clean. I don't eat a lot of fast food. I fix most of my meals myself. But what was missing for the last year and a half was definitely being able to go out, or feeling comfortable going out and, being active. So the last year and a half really taught me the importance of that. Like, showed me, like, you can gain weight very quickly if you are not active. So this will be a journey for me as well as you guys to see, as my lifestyle is back to being pretty active and pretty busy. So I'm not in the house because, like, I worked from home the majority of last year, so I was pretty solitary. Now, I'm out and about every day. There were some days last year where I didn't go out the entire day, which is extremely different from what I was used to. So that played a big part in gaining weight, just being so solitary. But you guys will be able to see the journey as well as I will, of getting back to a healthy place. All right. The third thing that I learned, let's see, the third thing that I learned in this last year and a half is um the importance of family. Yeah, I learned the importance of family. And like I said, with me, my children are adults, and I actually live in a totally different state than them. But during this quarantine, it has taught me, to value family, and to value just positive relationships even more. Now, also, with that, it also taught me that some relationships are not as important as others. Yeah, that's really the point I want to make. Some relationships are not as valuable or important as others. Now, the family relationships, the love and the closeness can still be maintained even if you don't see somebody on such a regular basis. That's also what I learned. There's still and also sometimes absence makes the heart grow fonder. Sometimes talking to people all the time is not the best thing. Sometimes you got to, pull your energy back so that people can appreciate what you do bring to the table. So that's a valid point of what I learned also, and the fourth lesson that I learned is just really to take care of myself. Yeah, take care of myself, take care of my mental health, by praying, by meditating, by getting quiet, by examining what I do, when I do it, and not just being in a robotic mode of repetition every day. But no, taking the time to say, is this really what I want? Checking in with myself. Those are some lessons that I really learned. And let me say this too. The fifth, and I'm gonna stop at five. The fifth lesson that I learned is, for me, um, I learned that it's okay to be single. Yeah, it's okay to be single. I in my history is that I really hadn't been single the majority of my adult life. I was in a long-term relationship, so like the last say few years, 10, about 7, 10 years, that is the point at which I became single. So, and I say that to say, and I never was the type that needed a relationship. I was just always in a relationship, but this last year and a half, it really taught me that, I can be so much more productive focusing on myself. And that has brought such a high value to how I look at myself. Like, to be able to see, oh my goodness, I can manifest all this. And I made like, 5, 10 years worth of gains in like 2 years. And to be able to see that level of production and blessing and abundance and stability happen so quickly, it really was eye-opening. So this last year and a half really taught me that if it's not the right situation, I would just rather do it myself, because the energy I bring to the table is very powerful. And it can, if given to the wrong person, it can be do more harm to me than good. Because when I focus on myself, I make amazing strides. I make amazing strides. But if I am giving my energy and time and, just blessing someone else as far as a romantic relationship, and there is not a level of reciprocity in that, it's not good for me, then that's detrimental, because that's taking my resources and giving it away and then not being replenished. So that's also what it taught me. Just like you could do, I mean, it's nice to be in a relationship, don't get me wrong, but it needs to be right. Like I said, it needs to be right. It needs to be someone who compliments me. It needs to be someone who values me, and where we share similar or at least complementary beliefs, ethics, morals. That's very important. So that's what this last year and a half taught me. It kind of helped me to shrink down my circle, but to also appreciate the people that I am close to, my family, close friends, things like that. Also, it shined a light on the importance of physical activity, living healthy, eating healthy, drinking water, um, And in addition to that, a part of that health is the mental health piece, of taking time to pray, to meditate, to check in with myself. So I want you guys to tell me, what are some of the lessons that you all have learned over this last, 15 or so months? What are some of the things that you notice that, you may need to address? For a lot of us, as I said, I know a lot of us have gained weight. For those of you who haven't, kudos to you. But what are some of the relationship type lessons that you learned this last 15 months, especially with being in the home and not necessarily, yeah, we're just getting back out because a lot of places were closed. Gyms were closed, nail shops were closed. So most of us spent a lot of time in our homes. So if you have a significant other that you share a home with, you have children, like what were some of the lessons that you learned as we're coming out of this isolation, and the world is steadily moving forward and getting back to a new normal? So that's what I want to say, guys. All right. So this video is a little over 15 minutes. So this is a good introduction back into the world of YouTube after I've been off for a while. But these are the kind of videos that I want to do, because I think that there needs to be a conversation of what the actual experience is, so that people can not feel like they're alone, not feel like it's just them. Now, for those people where that's not your experience, this video isn't for you. But for people like myself, like-minded people who are always looking to do better, learn more, then maybe it's something in what I said will be of help to you. All right, guys. Well, happy 4th of July for those of you who celebrate it. Those of us that don't necessarily celebrate it, but we enjoy the holiday. You guys enjoy your weekend. So I will check back in with you guys probably next week. All right, guys. You all take care. Namaste.